Hello, you're in the room with Naija, and it's spelled with an A because you're with me. So, guys, on today we have episode 2 of my Unpopular Opinions Celebrities Edition. So, guys, remember, I think a celebrity is anybody we find famous. So, a celebrity can be that football player at your high school. I didn't know that man, but you knew him. The whole school knew him. He was famous at your school. So please don't be in my comments arguing these are not celebrities. These are ABCD E-list celebrities, but at the end of the day, you still call them celebrity. So let's get into it. Okay, guys. So first on the list, we have Chris Sails. And Chris Sails has been in the headlines a lot lately, aka the Shade Room Teens. He has been there a lot lately because he just keep making these videos, going on these rants, yada yada yada. So one of the first videos I saw was he was sitting down and this girl named Jasmine was sitting on his lap. Now the big thing about this video was Jasmine is 20, he is 28, so there's an 8-year difference there. And guys, although I do like older men myself, and honey, I don't even care about no age gaps. I think it is important for Jasmine to realize what type of man she's dealing with. She is not dealing with one of the older men she should be dealing with. Chris is an older man, but he is not a mature man. He is the type of older man that will manipulate you and say, I thought we were grown. I thought you were grown. Why can't we do this? He will continue to step over your limits, and he will continue to try to cross boundaries using manipulation tactics. You know, he will say things like, oh, that's childish. You childish. I thought you was grown. He will say things like, oh, I thought you liked me. I thought you loved me. Da-da-da-da. Like, he will continue to say things to try to make you put down your values and not have any boundaries. And I think that is important for you to realize, Jasmine, because you are 20 years old, which is still young, which is still a lot to learn, which is freshly new in the adult world. And you seem to be 10 toes down for this man. And it's giving manipulation. It's giving grooming. And I know it's hard for you to realize that because you're in it. But I'm just telling you while you're in it to take a step back and look at the situation. Because Chris is an older man and he hasn't grown. He hasn't matured. And if he tried to get with somebody, another 28-year-old woman who was on her stuff, in her career, in her bag, she loved herself, she was very confident with herself, he would have a hard time acquiring that type of woman. He needs weak women. And that is just the truth. I'm sorry. And then we have him relating to Parker Mckenna. He went online again, rambling, talking about his domestic violence and assault towards Parker Mckenna. And I just feel like this is another example of him not growing up, maturing. He joked about he should have punched her instead of slapped her, which is not something to joke about at all. He hasn't learned his lessons, even though he just got off probation for it. It's just like, in life, when we take L's, we learn lessons. But in Chris' life, when he takes L's, he doesn't learn any lesson. He's just taking losses left and right. And he hasn't learned to grow and work on himself and to change his habits. Instead, he continues in the same pattern over and over. And people that do not change are people that we should not be associated with. Okay. Also, him with Queen Naija. He went online. Okay, it's a pattern here, guys. He went online. He ran his mouth. Talking. Now, his points were valid. If you're in a relationship with somebody, for me personally, if I'm in a relationship, committed relationship, me and you, boyfriend, girlfriend, more than 2 years, and you haven't asked me to marry you, I'm leaving. Okay, I want you to know that, because actually in the Bible, there is no boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, it's either single or you're married. Legally, you're single or you're married. So honestly, with this boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, I really don't have a lot of patience for it. I really don't have time for you to be playing with me. But nonetheless, he was just saying that. And then he was saying, duh, duh, duh. But it's really the right message, the wrong messenger. And it's really the fact that you had her, you were married to her, and you continue to cheat on her. You didn't fight for your family. Because once again, you don't learn your lessons, Chris Sails. You don't mature. You don't learn your lessons. And you just continue to grow in age, but not in maturity. And it's exhausting. Okay. All right. So next, we have Big Boogie and Carmen. So Carmen is a famous YouTuber. She was in a relationship with Corey. They got famous together. And Big Boogie is a famous rapper. Now, everyone is saying, yay, Carmen, yay, Carmen. You finally left Corey. You stood on all 10s. I'm so proud of you. He was beating you. He was abusing you. He was leaving you with them kids. He was cheating on you. I mean, he was doing a lot, girl. And you finally left that man for Big Boogie. We proud of you. Big Boogie gonna turn you up. Honestly, guys, no, he's not. Big Boogie is not the right man for her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's good that Carmen has moved on and is standing on 10 toes with Corey, but Carmen needs to be single. Carmen needs to heal. Okay, I remember her and Corey talking about going to church, you know, building a relationship with God, working on their relationship. Honestly, Carmen needs to build a relationship with God by herself, okay? She doesn't need to focus on another man. She literally just went from Corey and his toxicness to Big Boogie, who is a rapper. And have y'all ever been a rapper's girlfriend? No, me neither. But from the other prospects, from the exes, from the now wives, you know, we know that is not an easy task. It's not an easy journey. So I feel like she shouldn't be venturing out on this journey, and she just got out of that toxic situation, and she's not even out of it. I feel like until she's out of that situation financially, legally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, she needs to not date anybody, especially not Big Boogie, who's a rapper and just out. You know, he be outside. Of course, they gotta be outside. I just feel like it's just not the right time for that. And I feel like Big Boogie, I don't know much about him, and I ain't put my finger on it, but it's giving messy. And I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, sir. But it is, and I just don't think she need to be engulfed in another relationship. That's just my opinion. Next, we got Ari and Tuson. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now before I get started, Ari used to be my girl. I'm sorry. I was always 10 toes down for Ari. I just loved her. Like, I did. I hate this situation that's happening. And it's kind of one of those situations how I was talking about with Nique. Like, I'm like Ari, the real Kyle sister, the Don. I'm mad at you because why you and Tay not friends? Why? Because why you and Moneybag not married? Why? Because why you took that man back after cheating on you and you over here doing threesomes with him? Why? Why, Ari? Like, why? I just feel like a lot of this stuff is just crazy to me because I just wanted more for my girl. I just want her, you know, she just posted how she is growing with God and praying and stuff, but I just want her to realize that she really is that girl, okay? And it's just like a lot of stuff she's accepting, it just not adding up to me. And honestly, y'all, I do think Moneybag is messing with his baby mama. I'm sorry, I do think he's still messing with her, and I just think Ari is just getting played, essentially. But nonetheless, this situation has nothing to do with her, Moneybag. But anyways, Ari said she was going to give Tuson all this money. Apparently, it was a big old check saying that she did give him this money, big celebration, Turns out he never received the money. He went on the internet, told everybody the situation, and now everybody's in Ari comments and on her head like, girl was fine, defend yourself, In my personal opinion, y'all, a lot of these Instagrammers, a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these TikTokers, they be faking, okay? They're not living the life that y'all think they're living. They don't have the bodies y'all think they got. Like, they're fake. I just want y'all to realize that. So, I mean, yeah, she got outed for being fake, but I just feel like as a friend, that is messed up. If you say you were going to give your friend this money, give it to him. But at the same time, what if she really was trying to give it to him, but she didn't have it? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, I can't give you what I don't got. But I do feel like Tuson tried to communicate with her offline, and she either wasn't responding or wasn't giving him the time of day to, you know, engage in that type of conversation. So then he, you know, used his platform and took it online, which I do feel like it's your social media. You can do anything you want to do with it. You essentially can. But with that being said, I feel like Ari does not have to go online to defend herself, because she can do whatever she wants to do. She don't have to defend herself. Beyonce be getting called a witch, a Satanist, a conspiracy person. They saying, you know, she conspired to kill Aaliyah. Like, I be hearing crazy stuff about Beyonce. But I mean, she don't come on here and be yelling at the screen, be typing long paragraphs trying to defend herself. I mean, what she do? She make new music, she drop her videos, she drop movies, she on TikTok making new dance crazes. Like, you know, like, it's like she's not worried about that. She's in her own lane. She's minding her business. And I feel like if Ari wants to mind her business, she can mind her business. And y'all, I know it's seeming like, girl, you can see both sides. And I can. Like, I can see both sides of the situation. And to me, it's just unfortunate, because it's looking bad on Ari's part, because you messed it up with Tay. Now you messed it up with Tuson. You messed it up with Dream Doll. You messed it up with Jada. It's giving, Ari, you're not a good friend. Ari, you're not someone that people want in their innermost circle. Ari, you're not a cool person to deal with. That's what it's giving. And I hate that. I hate that for her. I really do. Because she seems so great. And I wish she was so great. But I cannot talk to her personally. If you want to talk to me personally, hit my email and we can make it happen. But as of right now, I have no contact with her. And, you know, I'm not actively involved in her life. So it's like I have no real judgment. But this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. If she does get online and defend herself, or if he does post something else, I just feel like receipts need to be had. Because if we keep making paragraphs online, we keep recording lives, we keep making videos, where's the receipts? Like, all of this is he said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said. And so somebody starts dropping some receipts, some timestamps, some documents that have not been plagiarized, edited, AI imaged. Like, we need actual factual hard receipts. Otherwise, I really just don't care. I don't care, because it's going to be he said, she said, and like he said, she said, people going to choose who they want to believe. Like, it's just what it is. So, witness statement something, okay? All right, next, we got Rasheeda and Kirk. So, y'all, Rasheeda and Kirk is on 50, trillion thousand episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. If you don't know them, they did other stuff, but most famously Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And Rasheeda has got cheated on 50, 11 million, trillion, billion times by Kirk. That is her husband, and she is the wife. He doesn't understand that agreement that they did under the law and under God. He doesn't respect it. But she also doesn't care. And to be honest, Rasheeda, like, if in a perfect world, if Rasheeda was a perfect person, right? If she died and went to heaven, God would be like, Rasheeda, Kirk cheated on you 50, 11 million, trillion, billion times. And you never cheated on him. And you stayed there. And you forgave him. You can go to heaven. Like, that's how it would go, right? But at the same time, we also have the right to divorce. Okay, when it is adultery happening. So I just feel like she's a very pretty girl, but I just feel like did I say she's a very little girl? I don't know what I'm saying. She's a very pretty girl, but I feel like the little girl in her is insecure, because I just can't find another reason why you would stay with a man that's cheated on you 50, 11 billion trillion times. I don't, like, what is the reason? No, for real. Like, what is the reason? What's the reason? Goodness, Rasheeda. But honestly, guys, y'all gotta stop being all in her comments talking about you stupid, you dumb, you a dodo head, you a dum-dum, you a Tweety bird. Like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop being in her comments calling her all these names, because at the end of the day, why are we yelling at the woman who got cheated on? Yes, it's her fault for staying and getting cheated on 50, 11 billion trillion times. But at the same time, leave her be. Just leave that girl alone. If somebody want to stay with their cheating husband, let them do it. Okay, guys? We don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Okay, we cannot save people that don't want to be saved. We can't. But what we can do is pray for them, because the Lord can do more than we can do. Okay, them Instagram comments aren't doing nothing. Say a prayer. Write it out. Make it known to God that you want Rasheeda to leave that man. Okay, because being in them comments is literally not doing anything for anybody. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, and people mad at his most recent baby mama, Jasmine, who was very pretty, I think. But it's like, yeah, she knew he was married, but he knew he was married. Hello. And at the end of the day, he got a child with this girl. So, I mean, he got to raise a child. Like, she can't just disappear, guys. He got to raise a child. He got to be in child's life. The mother got to be in child's life. They got to co-parent with Rasheeda. I think Rasheeda, see, this is what I want to happen. I want Rasheeda to leave Kirk, right, for a solid year. No contact. Well, 2 years, because, yeah, 2 years. No contact, no nothing. I want her to leave him. No contact, no nothing. Nothing, no relations. No business ventures, nothing. And I want to see what he do. Because if your wife leave you, excuse me, you should be working on yourself to get her back. Like, you should be working on yourself to get her back. Until she get back, you should just hold it down until she get back. So when she get back, you ready. You ready to profess your love. But see, what I fear is that Kirk would not be working on himself. Kirk will be out here with Jasmine. He'll be out here with Hannah. He'll be out here with Alexis, with Brittany, with Christina, with everybody. He will be out here having a good time. That's what I just want Rasheeda to realize. That if she dropped dead right now, that man will be out here having a good time. And that's really what it is for me. That's really the sad part for me. But once again, it's her life, so. Next. The last people we're going to talk about today is King, Kaiser, and Lana, or is it Lana? I don't know. Versus Nique and Dwayne. And I say versus because that's what y'all do. Y'all always putting this relationship over this relationship. I think y'all need to realize that they are separated, but they're not separated. They're broken up, okay? Nique and King no longer date. Okay, guys? How they ended was messy. I feel like how they ended was messy, which is why we can't get over it. Well, why y'all can't get over it, I don't care. But which is why y'all can't get over it. Because it was just messy. It was giving messy. But y'all need to give it up. Because honestly, y'all be calling him a bad dad. But let's be honest here. Just because you're in your child's life financially, it doesn't make you a good parent. Like, I had a parent, and they bought me school shoes. Like, you know, they made sure I had a roof over my head. They fed me. That don't mean, like, we had a good relationship. Like, that don't mean they was the best ever. Like, that literally does not mean that. Like, I don't understand why we equating money to being a good relationship. That's like when your mama be like, oh, you gonna disrespect me, and I put a roof over your head and clothes on your back, and da-da-da. Like, okay, you were supposed to do that. Thanks. Like, you know, like, thanks for providing for a child that did not ask to be here. So, just because Nique and Dwayne may give Kaiser more money or, you know, provide for him more than King does, I don't think that makes him a bad father. You know, is that a part of a bad father equation, not providing for your child? Absolutely. But does that solely make him a bad father? No. Some dads is broke. They can't provide for their kids, but they may still be a good daddy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, guys. I think that Nique and Dwayne provide for Kaiser. But when it comes to time commitment, it seems like they both here across the country being Kung Fu Panda, Nique across the country being basketball wife. Like, I just feel like, well, across the state, across the country, across the state, whatever, being basketball wife. Like, I just feel like they both, you know, and it's been said that the child stays with the mama, Nique's mama. The child stays with the grandparent. So I just feel like either way, neither one of them is really raising the child. One just may have more time with them, and one just may spend more money on them, but neither one of them has a child in the home and is like 100% there from what we're getting online. So I feel like we can't really bash him when both parents could be giving more. That's just my opinion. You trying to be a panda, you trying to be a wife, nobody trying to be a parent. It's confusing. So I just think some of the scrutiny can be shared, and that's just my opinion. But that's it today for Unpopular Opinion Celebrity Edition, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Bye.